Hey, this is the Third World server, and I am in Sheep Mora just to show a new building that has a sign shop inside of it that sells some additional wool colors. Majority of these are not available in Greenstone, which also sells wool colors, except for blue and white, but it is slightly cheaper to buy the wool here in Sheep Mora. And the other sign shop that's in the cabin over this way is still there. You can also see that turns the pages in the process of building something over here. Don't worry, he says it won't be all cobblestone like that in the future. He's just using it as a frame. So these signs are still here. You can still buy the Nether Star. And also there is a new sign shop in Athellia. I will show that here in just a second. I am back in Athellia just to show the sign shops here. You can buy pistons, gold ingots, healing potion, and healing splash potion here at the sign shop in Athelia's town hall. As you can see right here, the prices. As well as you can sell emeralds, sand, and gunpowder. You can sell the gunpowder for $10 each. The sand is for $1 each, and the emeralds are for $90 each. And that is the sign shops here. And also there is a new warp point. And this is to get to the very, very, very far away continent that Athellia is on. Athellia is directly east in that direction, although it is over... this will take a second. Over... let's see here. It's about 2,000 blocks to the east. So, about 2... So it is a little ways off, but I'm not going to put it closer because I really don't want a bunch of warp points. And I am going to be editing the way that the warp command works as well, and it may already have been changed by the time this video is up. Anyways, so like I said, I'm going to be changing the way that people can use the warp command, which they won't be able to do manually by typing in warp in whatever location. What they'll have to do is they'll have to use a warp sign. You can still warp, and the locations will stay the same, but in the beginning you'll have to come to spawn and click on one of these signs, and it'll warp you to that location. And you'll still be able to use the /spawn command, because that's a different preset of commands. So you'll still be able to warp to spawn, and from there you can warp to other places. And there will be some locations that you can't warp to from spawn, but you have to actually travel a bit. And as the transportation system on the Third World server gets more advanced, you'll see more examples of that, less warps being available from spawn. And as I say this, I know this is not going to be a popular decision that I make, but it is kind of necessary for a couple of reasons. First of all, warps put a lot of demand on the server, so when a bunch of people are warping to various locations, it kind of sometimes causes lag. Not as much on this server, because we're running off of a dedicated server, which it's a very good server, it's a powerful server, but even so, it's more or less the second reason why is because even though it's very convenient to be able to warp from anywhere in the world to another waypoint, the problem is that it's just makes it too easy, and it quickly makes the server boring when you could have such like access to those kind of powerful commands. The best way to explain it really is it's just basically like a god tool that you just end up having, and it really reduces the amount of fun people can have. At the same time, I don't want people to have to spend, an hour, even a half hour to get to another town is too long. So that's why I'm going to be holding off on making it, hold off on redistributing the warp signs and just having them at spawn until there's a much better functioning transportation system like rails, minecart rails, uh, and roads for people to ride pigs in between towns. Ideally, it won't take longer than 15 minutes at most to get between towns that are adjacent to each other. It may take longer to get to towns that are opposite sides of the world from each other at the same time, but going to be that's how it's going to be. That's the compromising I'm making, because it was either change the way warps work or remove PTP, party teleport, because people use that a lot, and it kind of, for the same reasons, it's really overpowered. And it was my mistake for really having that oversight and letting players be able to use it so much to begin with. That was an oversight of mine, so it's kind of a little bit too late to take it away, so I won't. But I do have to put some restrictions so that people aren't uh, basically so overpowered in their ability to travel from one side of the world to the other in really just a matter of seconds. And there will definitely be rewards to make up for this, such as sign shops in towns that are very far away and harder to get to will be a lot cheaper, like possibly being able to buy diamonds for half their normal cost, but it does take you about a little while to get to that town. Anyways, I've rambled about that long enough. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.